Hey, awesome people of YouTube. Welcome to another Black Desert Online video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about 5 tips and tricks, primarily tips, to help you have easier time in this game as a new player. There's more than 5, but this is the first 5 that I will let you know. And if you want to help support the channel, you can do so by leaving a like, comment, subscribing, and sharing. Those help tremendously to the channel. If you have more questions, you can ask me in comments and in Discord. The link is down in the description. So let's get started. We have tip number 1. And that tip is do your quests. And I don't mean every single quest. There's a very specific quest. I will have a link to Black Desert Foundry where you can use the guides that will tell you which quest you want to prioritize. Because there's tons. And eventually you want to do daily and weekly quests that will help you with life skilling or combat or other things. So if you're on console like on Xbox like myself, you can press start, go to adventure, and click on quests. Normally you have hide completed quests, but since some of the quests are already completed and I want to use them as an example, I will unhide it. Make sure you have all quest types that you can see, because some of them might be hidden, but you definitely want to do them. For example, if you go all the way towards the bottom, there's a quest called Elvia, Kazark, and Bear Infestation, which I completed. It is a combat. It takes a little bit to get to it, but there's a nice example, because if you get towards completing it, for example, Bear Infestation 3, in the yellow, as you can see, it says complete this quest will permanently grant all DP plus 1 buff to all characters in your family. And if you complete the 5th one, it is plus 1 AP. And you can get a lot of AP and DP bonus by doing quests. There's also ones for life skilling if you are into that. Mount, other stuff, outfits, main quests that can also give you AP and DP. There's a lot. And then there's your current ones that you want to do. But that's later, right? Those quests can definitely help you because that plus 1 or plus 2 DP might not mean much, but it can get you to a new bracket, giving you more benefits. They can help you go from not being able to grind one zone specifically as effectively, and then once you get that plus 1 AP or plus 1 DP or both, you'll be able to have easier time grinding. And for example, one of my characters is struggling and is missing 2 DP. Once I get it, I'll have a lot easier time grinding that zone. Now let's talk about tip number 2. And that tip is life skill. And if you want to, you can go full on life skilling, just doing nothing but that, not necessarily grinding. You can make money. It will take a little bit to get into making a lot of money, but if you want to, you can do it. There's plenty of life skills, and I'm going to go over them. You have gathering, processing, fishing, hunting, cooking, alchemy, training, trading, farming, sailing, and barter. I believe trading is going away, but the biggest ones are gathering, processing, hunting, fishing, cooking, and alchemy. Training is also can be good. Farming not necessarily make you money, but it can. Some of the other ones. Gathering can also, processing, it's not necessarily going to make as much. If you don't want to do active life skilling, there's 2 life skills that you can do, well, 3 that you can do pretty consistently. It is training a horse, cooking, and fishing, right? But for cooking, you can do with farming. But fishing, all you need is a fishing rod. Unfortunately, CM is under maintenance, so what you want to do is get yourself a Balanos fishing rod, and the reason why is I will show you in a second. So if I look at Balanos fishing rod, it's auto fishing time minus 25%, which means I will have less time auto fishing. So instead of, for example, taking a 1 minute to auto fish, it'll be 45 seconds, and you can fish over here in Velia. You can fish on the coast of Valley around here. You can also fish in Hydo. If you want to, you can fish in Altanova. I will have a link to another website that will show you where some of the fish is. You'll be able to click on it. And it will tell like, oh, if you want this fish, you can go there. Right? Fishing, especially FK, is not gonna make you tons of money, but it can help you make a little bit of extra money. Another good one is training. But training, you can purchase horses for cheap and train them and eventually either sell them back on the market or do Imperial trade with them. But if you don't do that, training is good because you can level your horse. Because the higher you level the horse, the more stats you get and skills. Like there's a level 11 horse. I purchased it yesterday. I did much of life scaling, aka just got on it, auto path, and got it to train. Now, as I mentioned, there's a third one, cooking. Unless you want to buy stuff on the CM, the necessary materials, what I would recommend is a little bit of active life scaling, and it is farming. You can set up these fences. Each one of this costs 10 CP, and I have 10 of them, so it costs 100. And I'm just making rice, but you can do anything that you want. You can do strawberry, you can do rice, you can do onions, whatever. It is up to you. I have a link to the description, or link to the website in the description that will help you pick what you want. If you want to do onions, it will tell you the list of recipes. Huge. And what you do is you grow them. And for example, for this special rice, it takes 4 hours and 18 minutes, or 4 hours, 28 minutes, like 4.5 hours. Then I go grind or go do something like train a horse, AFK, whatever, or take a nap, or even sleep. Once they're done, I collect them, and I can either replant for more seeds, or I can go to my house, which I purchased with CP, and do cooking. Since it's a special rice, it's a blue, instead of needing 5 rice, or 2 if it's a green rice, I just need 1, and I go in here, after I purchase mineral water from the chef, by Igor Vitali, and then cook a bunch of rice, which gives me a wonderful byproduct that I can turn in for CP and contribution XP. Oh, contribution is CP, sorry. I can do it for contribution and cooking XP. The reason why I need a contribution is in case you want to be able to get your worker empire set up, so you can get a little bit more passive income, or if you want to do into a bit more life skilling. But also, the CP or contribution point will determine how many Imperial boxes you can turn in. It is CP divided by 2. So if you have 2 CP, you can only turn in 1 box a day. If you have 200, you can turn in 100. If you have 400 CP, you can do 200. And the amount of XP that you need for CP to go up increases. So having this byproducts through cooking, like Wish Delicacy or Mysterious Catalyst through alchemy, or Blush Leaf through farming, or discard glass bottles, will help you get that CP higher, so you can get more workers or get more nodes and level them up so you have easier time grinding, or just doing whatever you want, getting a bunch of storages, right? It's definitely recommended. But you can also make some money. Like I said, I just make cooked rice, turn them into boxes, and I can do 166 bucks, and I make with my master, which is not huge. I am less than 1,000 mastery. As you can see, 743 with artisan 5. I make about 59 to 60 mil per day just turning it in, and most of it is AFK. The most active I do is just setting it up and then harvesting. That's it, right? Now with all those last 2 tips done, we are going to be going to tip 3, and it's contribution points. As I mentioned, you're going to need a lot of them for different things. So if you want to set up a worker empire, for example, you want to do a lot of cooking, like AFK, like I myself, you're going to need CP, because it takes 2 CP just to get this node, and then another 2, or 1 if you want chicken, and another 1 if you want potatoes, right? And it would take a lot if you want to set it up a lot, especially if you're doing 10 fences like I did. It's going to take 100 CP just for that alone. Then if you don't want to do it actively, you can hire workers in the nearby city or whatever. And it would take, for example, for me, it took 10. So I needed 10 lodgings, enough lodgings to fit 10 workers and then send them. That's more CP. But for example, if you're grinding Thornwood, for example, if you're up there and you want to invest energy into it to increase the level of the node, so you get not only more experience, but also more job rate, you want to invest energy. So you want to connect it, which will take CP. For example, this one just takes, I don't know, like 2 or 3, and then it will move up and up. So you want to have that higher. Or if you're grinding trees or Miramaki, it would take CP. It's definitely worth it. Especially if you're going to be in that one specific area for a lot, invest energy, which you'll need CP. As stated, the easiest method is through life scaling, because you get byproducts. Like this one is through gathering, which is huge. Now, tip number 4, and this one is to collect your daily rewards. It might seem pretty easy, but there's several. Some of them are a little bit more missed than others. There, once you press start, you go to rewards, you have the challenge ones. I already collected my challenge ones, but get rid of the black spirit save for now. You have the ones that you get for playing a certain amount of days, or the event specific ones, or if you play days, like I said, or time, they'll get you the rewards. Or if you complete, for example, Artisan Fisherman, you get something for it. Make sure to collect it. You also get your daily rewards, which come at 8 p.m. Eastern as of right now. The daylight saving time will be 7 and so on. But make sure you pick them up every single day. They're definitely worth it. Now there's also Black Spirit Safe, where other rewards go to. You also get a certain amount of silver, and that silver is dependent on your, well, family fame. You have a family fame normally, which, as you can see, you get certain benefits, but you also have the special fame. And that one is depending on your knowledge. And the higher your knowledge, the more silver you can get. You get 1501 in special fame, you get 2.7 million silver per day. Might not seem like a lot, but it's free. If you get life fame for your life skills between all characters, over 9.901, you get another 2.7. So between those two, it's 5.4 mil a day. That's it. And then if you get combat fame, over 6,001, you get 12.6. Now if you get all of those on max, just think how much you'll be making. 18 mil per day. Might not seem like much, especially since everything costs a lot more, but it's 18 mil that you don't have to do anything for. In days, that's 180 mil. In 100 days, which is over little over 3 months, you get 1.8 bill. It's not bad for doing just stuff that you normally would. Definitely recommend that. Now, another thing in the challenges, or rewards, sorry, you have attendance rewards. Make sure you get them. Make sure you select it, because there's guild special ones. Or if you're a returning player like myself, you get a bunch. Welcome back, same thing. For example, I'll be able to get a race course of training today. Tomorrow I'll be able to get mystery box. I can get a distortion earring, or a tongue grad belt, or pry narc, or pry crescent guardian rings. You also get other rewards. They're definitely worth it. But on top of that, you have Black Spirit Adventure, which I have not done today, specifically saved it for you guys. You get 3 dices, and each one you have to wait 30 minutes between picking. So you collect it, and then you roll it. Oh. Don't know what is happening. But once you have completed all of that, you definitely want to get them. Right? There's also daily special that you want to collect. The daily special is 100% worth it, because you just get something for logging in once a day. That's it. Now that brings us to tip number 5, and tip number 5 is pretty easy, and is to do rifts. Now unfortunately I don't have rifts on my map because I've completed them for a week, but there'll be like a red portal. There's one over here. There's another one, I believe, right about here. There's a couple around Velia on the left and on the right one. And there's a third. The reason why you want to do them is because they will get you boxes and rewards, memory fragments, and stuff that will definitely help. They're not going to be available right away, but if you're doing season and you complete the season, you definitely want to do them, because you'll be high enough gear score to do them. They'll get you boxes that you can open up, and you can get lucky and get a dual tongue grad, or dual ogre ring, or dual crescent, whatever. That can either help your gear score, or you can sell them and make a little bit of extra money. So definitely worth doing. And that is it for all 5 tips. so I'm gonna go over them real quick. Remember to do all your quests. Well, apologize, not all your quests. Remember to do quests. That'll help you with the AP and DP and getting gear. Like Magnus quest, I can get you a free pen. Remember to do life skilling, be it AFK or active, to make a little bit extra money. Remember to get your CP up. You can do that pretty easy via quests and the turn-ins, like which is delicacy and so on. 4, remember to collect your rewards every single day. Number 5, remember to do rifts. They refresh every week and they will help you with either gear score or making extra money. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.